Winter brings many fun outdoor activities, including sledding and ice skating. Since our towns are filled with ponds and lakes, they afford many ice skating opportunities, but there are also safety concerns when it comes to outdoor ice skating. PACTV Community News met with local officials to learn how to have a safe ice skating season.
Anybody who goes out on the ice and thinks that they're not taking a risk is fooling themselves, because you're always at risk on ice if it's natural ice. You can take steps to protect yourself, knowing the thickness of the ice, the composition of the ice, the location, whether or not there's even a difference of 4 people standing in a tight circle or being out by yourself. It varies, but there's always risk on ice. People who are ice fishermen are some of the safest people you watch on the ice, because one of the advantages they have over a recreational skater would be as they will test as they go. They might start at the shore, go out a little bit from the shore, open up a hole, look at the composition of the ice and the thickness of the ice before they go any further out onto a lake. The best thing we can do is be notified. We would much rather get to the location and find somebody cold and wet who got out than to have people effect a rescue unsuccessfully for 15 minutes, and by the time you get there now you may have multiple people in the water. So 911 notification and the location of the incident is absolutely critical, so that we know exactly where we're going, so that we're not wasting time and maybe driving. One of the things that's pretty reliable is like a long pole. We use pike poles that we use in fire operations. Just a long pole with a hook on it, displacing your weight. This is one of the things that we could use just very quickly if somebody was close to shore. The second part of any ice rescue for us would be to go to the next one, would be to a throw bag. And this is simply a rope. It's got some weight at the bottom, and you just take it, and you're allows you to just take it and throw it towards your victim, 25-foot bag or a 50-foot bag, and give them something to be able to hold on to. This one here is a Rescue Alive sled, which is basically a variation of a lot of rescue devices, and this is a really very reliable, simple system. And it works on displacement theory. It displaces the rescuer's weight over a big area, which is why when people are on ice, we're always laying down, opening our legs, trying to displace our weight. But it also has flotation and stability. So displacement, flotation, and stability. Over to my left here we have a hovercraft, a SCAT. I'm sure people have seen these in military applications, recreational applications. And really this does not float as much as it flies. It hovers on a cushion of air above the water and above the ice. And because of that, it can go almost anywhere. It can go over solid land, it can go over marshy area, it can go over open water, and it can go over very thin ice. And once we get this out to a victim, it makes a solid, stable platform to try to extricate them or to put other rescuers into the water to assist them before we remove them. This is tested every day when we come on shift. We make sure that it's got fuel, it runs, that it fires off easily, that it's reliable. We will come out and try to work with pet and animal owners to get pets out of the water. The reason for that is we know that, for one, we love animals. We're not going to try and let them drown, but we know that people are going to follow. And it's better for us to go out after the animal and try to get the animal out of the water than to allow lay people to try to affect it. Because then what happens is we have the issue of the animal in the water and now the animal owner in the water. And if you really are going to condemn your animal, then when you go into the water, you face the rescuers with the dilemma, now who do I save first? Do I save the animal or the animal owner? Well, you know what's going to happen. We have to spend time getting the animal owner out of the water and then go after the animal. So really, as a pet owner, the natural instinct will be to try to go after your pet, when the right instinct would be to call 911 and to make sure that we're there and we come out and we try to effect that. Because the last thing we want is people to go out and try to effect a rescue. When we do find animals in the water, we use a simple snare system, which is basically a looped cord around a handle. And what it allows us to do, because animals are scared, they run the risk of biting. So what we're able to do is, if we get it around an animal's leg or appendage, we can just snug it up, and that allows us to gain access to the animal till we pull. I will tell you that a lot of the animals that we've pulled out that have been in the water for the long time, they become very friendly when you stabilize them. They kind of understand, even though you would think that they're snapping or biting at you, they kind of understand really quick that we're there to help them, and are pretty passive when we get them out of the water.